Alright, looks like we're ready to go. Welcome to the stream. Also, verbally, thank you, Haikiri. Appreciate the lurk. And everybody else, how's it going? I've been playing a little bit of the Final Fantasy III Pixel Remaster on my off time. And some downtime at work, which includes lunches. But, God, I wasn't anticipating how good the reworked soundtrack would be. I do think it would have been kind of interesting if we were able to switch between the soundtracks, kind of like with the Spyro Reignited trilogy. You know, you could switch between the original soundtrack and then the new soundtrack, but the new soundtrack is so good. I don't know that I'd want to switch back to the original, even though the original, I gotta say, it's probably of the classic Final Fantasies. 3 is probably my favorite, but that's just how it goes. Anyway, we're not here about Final Fantasy. We're looking at doing some Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. We're going to be starting this up again. Last time was pretty eventful. We were able to get the Reaper IFF, and in turn, we got Legion as part of the crew. We did Tali's loyalty mission. We took Legion along for immense hilarity. Now we're looking at doing Legion's loyalty mission. I think after that, there's not really any side quests that need to be done. So what's probably going to happen is we're going to get kicked off into the point of no return of part of the game, and we're probably going to be looking at finishing up the main storyline here. This isn't going to be the last stream, I don't think, if I do end up doing the last of the main storyline, because we're still waiting on that Arrival DLC. I want to do that after the fact, provided everything goes well. But yeah, I guess in any case, I can just reload it and do it then. But yeah, so we'll be looking at doing that on a separate stream, I think. Might not be the longest stream, but I might pair it with something else so that we could get a couple hours out of it. But yeah, I want to have that separated. It's a nice lead in into Mass Effect 3. I do the exact same thing I did last time I streamed this. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the actual game. No, we're not doing Tomb Raider. I always forget to turn that off. Get it up and looking good. There it is. Okay. Alrighty then. So, I think I'm going to go around and I'm going to check on the crew. I want to make sure that I've got the... I think there's only 3 ship upgrades. I want to make sure that I've got those 3 ship upgrades. I'm pretty sure I've talked to everybody, but you never know. Let's see. Collector assault rifle, chitin armor, emergency shielding. Extended fuel cells doesn't really have anything to do with it. Heavy ship armor. Okay, so we got that. Where's the other ones? Ah, yes. The CBT shielding will be well shielded against their CBT efforts. Oh, and the cannon. That's right. That was the third one. Okay, so we've got all those. We should be good. I'll visit with the crew and see if anybody's got anything of value to say.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. Medical matters. Aware that mission is dangerous. Different species react differently to stress. Aware you come by a great deal. Have had other species become attracted to me before. Awkward. Not interested.
Okay. I like this blank expression from Shepard's face. He's not coming on to me, is he?
You've had members of other species make a pass at you?
Constantly. Very awkward. Skin tone apparently attractive by Turian standards. Subset of Krogan sexual deviants enjoy Solarian flexibility. More cartilage and skeletal structure. Asari offers intriguing, actually. Wonder why. Trans-species pheromones unlikely to work. Must be neurochemical.
Okay. both other options are just throwaways. Thanks anyway, or I'm not interested. Yeah, thanks anyway.
I appreciate you letting me down easy.
No offense intended. Solarian reproduction different. Very little sex drive. If intended to try human, would try you. Glad you stopped by. Cleared the air.
Okay then. Thanks, Morden. I think that's just for people that are like actually wanting to pursue him as a romantic interest. Like, yeah, we didn't exactly work that one out. So I know Jacob is a potential one for Fem Shep, so I don't really want to. I don't want to get into anything.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I don't think so.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds
Why'd you say it like that?
Have to say you run this ship tight, and we're getting things done. We keep on track, and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to the debrief if it all goes to hell. Is there something specific, or are you just checking in?
Oh God. Don't be so formal, Jacob.
My ship, my time. I just want to talk.
Informal,
She sounds so flirty. Stop it.
Everything's in my file. Ex-Alliance like you, no Reapers or anything, but I got swept under the rug too. The more good you do, the less they want to admit that something needed doing.
Okay.
What led you to Cerberus?
The Alliance sidelined me after Eden Prime. Ended up on a job with Miranda that Cerberus treated like an audition. And here I am.
You don't seem like a results at all costs kind of guy. Cerberus history doesn't bother you?
The Alliance is all politics. Somebody has to take down the bad people. Cerberus keeps that line, I'm on their side.
What was your proudest career moment?
The job I'm proudest of wasn't for the Alliance. Nobody really knows about it. A Batarian group was plotting to release a weaponized virus and kill the Council. Miranda and I stopped it.
Strange that it wasn't bigger news.
The real work doesn't get publicized, you know that. They say it's better that people don't know how fragile the system is or how close the bad guys can get. So, it never happened. Like you and the Reaper. And that's why I'm here.
You want to talk about what happened to your father?
I don't think we're on those terms, Commander. And I don't carry that stuff with me anyway.
Okay then. Jennifer Hale was getting hot under the collar in this reading, I guess so.
You make no apologies for doing what you had to. I admire that.
I couldn't go back to the Alliance, not after the cover-up. They did the same to you. General public never knew you were dead or heard the real story of the Citadel. Did you know they used you on recruitment ads? You were the human ideal for like 6 months. Then they replaced you with a composite image they invented. Guess you didn't focus test right. Perfect example of humanity, and they still dumped you.
You always this depressing.
Way to boil it down, Jacob. I hope you keep a better attitude about our current mission.
Don't worry. This is exactly what I signed on for. If that's all, Commander, I'll get back to my duties. There's a lot to get ready.
Like I said, I don't mind Jacob. I don't hate him like it seemingly the majority of Mass Effect players do, but I am not looking to pursue any sort of romance options with him. And apparently Jennifer Hale was.
So the collectors did take New Canton?
Yes, but my wife and daughter left in the nick of time. They're resting in San Francisco as we speak.
That's great news.
It is, but I knew a lot of good people in New Canton. Our mission has to succeed.
Thank God Shepard's in command.
Wait until I leave the room, eh? What is this Miranda and Jacob option? I feel like I saw that before and I didn't click on it.
Shepard, what are your impressions of Miranda and Jacob?
Jacob is an earnest young man. Events will either forge him into a great man or utterly destroy him. Miranda is undoubtedly a hard woman. I respect her strength and determination. She carries many burdens and doesn't share them with others, as it should be.
How do you think our mission is going?
Spirits are high. We have a strong team and everyone is committed.
Everyone except Legion. Well, I guess you can't really tell with him, can you?
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
Did we have this conversation about Justicars last
I'm
time?
interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
Maybe not. I feel like the last conversation was about, what's her name? Orinth?
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
There are only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
Why would anyone want to be a Justicar?
It is a deeply personal matter. Sometimes the most brutal path is the only honest one.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
That's a stupid question. I'm gonna ask it anyway. Is the code flexible?
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
Trying to appeal to the inner weeb, eh?
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
You could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly 1,000 years old. I know myself and my desires. But your curiosity is quite welcome.
Don't take it personally.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
I think you can romance her in 3. Pretty sure it's not possible in 2, though.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are always in my thoughts.
I should go.
I should go.
I'm glad we spoke.
Whoa. What the hell's happening? The drunk camera was... It seemed like it was going on for a second. Also, we're not exactly starting off with a bang. I understand that, and I'm not really going to apologize, but yeah, shit is going to hit the fan, and I'd rather talk to the crew before that happens. So, we got to do it now.
Do you need something?
I don't know.
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
I don't even know if we talked about any of this. Did we? I feel like we did. Did we?
The Drell live on the Hanar homeworld, don't they?
Yes. I know many think the Han are difficult to understand. It's just that they're very formal with those they don't know. We know them quite well. If you ever get close enough to a Hanar that they tell you their soul name, you would find them warm.
I thought that Hanar only let very close friends know their soul name.
Most of my commissions were for Hanar. I grew close to my regular contacts. Soul names tend to be poetic. A Hanar known for its cynicism might take a name that means illuminates the folly of the dancers.
Hanar talk using bioluminescence. That's more of an obstacle than their politeness.
True. Many Drell have had their eyes genetically modified to perceive their higher frequency flashes. I had the treatment. I can't tell the difference between a dark red and black, but I can see ultraviolet light as a silver color.
You got the shine job that Riddick got, eh?
When you pray for the wicked, who exactly are you praying to?
That depends on the circumstance. To find my target, I speak with Kira, Lord of Hunters. When I act to defend another, Arashu, goddess of motherhood and protection. And when I have taken my target, I speak with Kalahira, goddess of oceans and the afterlife.
I didn't know that Drell had many gods.
It's one of our older beliefs. Many embrace the Hanar and Kindlers now, or the Asari philosophies.
Oh, there is voice
Old ways
effect.
are dying.
Left.
There are so many ways to interpret one's place in the universe. Who needs the wisdom of our ancestors?
I think they
Younger
forgot to apply it to that
generations don't
line.
believe they can help us fathom genetic engineering, orbital strikes, or alien races.
Oceans and afterlife don't seem to have much in common.
Consider, the ocean is full of life, yet it is not life as you and I know it. To survive there, we must release our hold on land, accept a new way to live. So it is with the death. The soul must accept its departure from the body. If it can't, it will be lost.
There's something else I'd like to talk about.
Ask,
Have a few minutes to talk?
if you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
More than I wanted to know.
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
Isn't that a rather personal memory to talk about?
Forgive me. Lately I've spent a great deal of time reviewing my life. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
You don't seem to feel guilty.
Why should I? My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
Your body doesn't make the decision to shoot, your mind does. You make the choice to kill.
When someone aims a gun at you, you pull your trigger. You don't think. It's reflex. Any combat training conditions the body's reflexes. My training was very thorough. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel and accept that it is not always under our control.
That's weird.
So if I shot you dead right now, a Drell court wouldn't convict me?
You'd be guilty because you chose to shoot me. If my reflexes caused me to draw and fire when I saw your gun come up, I would be innocent. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your...
A
Wait.
bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
Haven't had a chance to speak to a Drell before. It's been fascinating.
I doubt many humans have. There are only a few 100,000 of us left after all. I won't keep you.
There you are. Jacob deserves better than a father like that. I probably would have wanted to shoot him too. I can see why Jack is the way she is. I don't like it, but I get it. It must have been really hard for Samara to ask you to help kill her own daughter. She told me she really appreciated your help. As hardcore as she is, I'm not sure she could have done it without you. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
I think 2 of those are ones we've already heard before. That's alright.
Commander, what can I do for you?
I don't know. After all this time, what do you do here exactly?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Just remember who's in charge.
I know exactly who's in charge. I report to him regularly. I'm here, we're both here, because he wants it that way. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
Cerberus obviously has your loyalty. How did you get involved with them?
I suppose you've earned the right to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
I assume that Cerberus approves of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the Elusive Man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
You've told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
I never had one. Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
Talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used by your father, by Cerberus.
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
Your spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying
Major
it.
daddy issues. Kinda, yeah.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic. My father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander.
Alright.
The commander's put together an impressive team. I've never worked with so many aliens before.
They're a small army. We might just pull this mission off.
Just maybe. It's kind of sad everybody's like expecting to die
Shepard,
and fail.
need me for something?
What can you tell me about the Normandy's armaments?
The weapons upgrades have gone in beautifully. This thing packs a hell of a punch. It just might give us a chance against the Collectors.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to
yeah.
you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
I don't think I want to talk to you after that. Stark snap into position.
Commander, I very much enjoyed sharing that ice brandy with you.
Oh, yeah.
But I hope I wasn't too unprofessional.
We haven't
Brandy
talked since
goes
then,
straight
have we?
to my head.
It's nice to see you let your hair down.
Guess I hadn't realized how much those feelings needed airing. But I didn't give you much of a chance to vent. So tell me now, what do you think? The
Collectors destroyed our ship and killed our crew. They're gonna pay.
Then I have a feeling their days are numbered. You don't have many enemies. Live ones, that is. Well, promise me we'll share a bottle every year. The next one is on me.
Okay. I wasn't done talking.
Shepard, Commander, are you prepared to attack the heretic stronghold?
Can you give me a quick rundown of the situation?
The heretics have prepared a weapon that will rewrite all Geth to join the old machines, the Reapers. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
So why did you need to go to the Reaper corpse?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
So the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few seconds.
Altered programs are restored from archives. New installations are
We might have gone over this last
This
time,
heretic
somewhat.
weapon introduces a subtle operating error in our most basic runtimes. The equivalent of your
Yeah, we talked about that for sure.
1.33382 returns as 1.33381. This
You
changes
know where this thing is?
the Heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
Okay.
This could be our best chance to end the conflict between
We will
organics.
I think we already had this conversation. It started off, I think, slightly different because it was like you'd have to re-go over some of the stuff, so the lines were slightly changed. But all the other information we've already heard at the end of the last stream. It's sort of like the preparation in order to get that loyalty mission done. All right, let's head to engineering real quick and see what everybody's got to say here.
Kenneth, what has the new shielding done to your power grid balance?
Not much. With built-in capacitor subsystems, they have a surprisingly low draw.
Doesn't that mean the shielding boost wouldn't last long under fire?
True. They're built for hard, fast strikes, not firefights of attrition. What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
I guess the most important thing was the random conversation they were already having.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics.
Oh yeah, we haven't
All
talked
that
since then.
Fighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty Board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of Geth. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
Anytime, but let's talk about them
Shepard,
shields.
What can I do for you?
Can you do anything to give the Normandy an edge over a collector ship?
My shield fortification will help, but I don't think there is much more I can do.
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Oh wait, almost forgot about Jack.
Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
If If I take you too seriously, I might need to deal with you.
Try it. Anyway, relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so...
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What'd you do when you found out?
What do you think?
You're bitter as hell. I don't know. I don't know if I want to antagonize her.
You must have met some good people, too.
You've seen where I came from. Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
I'm surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater. They really liked that moon.
You were a pirate, too?
Ties in with the kidnapping. If you hijack a passenger ship and don't kill everyone, anyway. Good lesson. Simpler to just kill them all.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring. I helped.
A space station? You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck 'em.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. Thanks for asking.
Sure. Oh my god. Shepard's just constantly looking, checking over her shoulder. Yeah, you can never tell with Jack, yeah.
Shepard.
What are your thoughts about our mission?
We'll push our enemies to the edge of space, then step on their fingers one at a time until the void takes them.
What do you think about the crew?
Good bunch if they stay out of my way. Dead bunch if they don't. Train them good if you want to take on collectors. Some of these aliens are too smooth.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I was just sitting here thinking. The picture, I'm finally starting to get it. There's a tank imprint, the battle at Canrum. A dead Turian, stripped. You don't see them out of their armor much. A Krogan boot on his head, and a claw hammer. It's under the brow plate, pulling it back, right? Eyes have gone black, and you see tension in the muscle. You can feel it ready to snap. I get it.
Okay.
Canrum isn't ringing a bell.
Death of Shiagar, female warlord. Turians killed her, so they were hunted down and made examples. Even if they won the war, it was the last push before the rebellions ended.
Maybe I had to be there, but I don't get the joke.
There's no joke. It's just great. It's a Turian, and he's being torn apart for what they did. I felt nothing before, but now I get it. It was a good fight. The enemy was destroyed to punish them all and send a message. I get it. I hate Turians. I thought you'd be glad.
Oh, well. When you put it that way.
Don't start anything with Garrus. I won't have trouble on my ship.
I don't hate Garrus. I hate the Turians. Garrus is just one Turian, and he's your clan. No point in ripping his face off unless he turns on me. It's hate, but it's mine. Okir was blind and he tried to make me the same. But thanks to you, I have a clan. I'm starting to see why I should care. Anyway, I'm still figuring where I fit, but it made me laugh. Nothing else really on my mind, Shepard.
I'm glad we got that sorted out then. Okay, so after all that, I think we've talked to just about everybody. So let's go ahead and go back. We're going to see about doing Legion's loyalty mission. No messages for me, that's good. Oh good, we're already here. Alright. Oh god. It's quite a description. Heretic Station, once called Paratar by the Quarians, this space station was stripped of useful technology by fleeing migrant fleet when they left the Perseus Vale 300 years ago. Little more than a cold metal superstructure floating in the void, the station was removed from the star charts by 2050 CE. Scans indicate that the station was reconstructed and upgraded in a massive effort that must have taken at least 10 years, implying that there may have been some Geth outside the Vale before their infamous attack on Eden Prime. Needing little but a fuel source, it could have been hidden here for much longer without attracting attention from the barren worlds around Tasra, or the clueless Elcor in the Sela Heel system. Heretic Station, as Legion refers to it, is home to the Geth Data Core, capable of broadcasting vast distances throughout tight beam projection. Approximately 6.6 million copies of Geth software are stored in the station, the majority of which are kept bodiless in servers downloaded to legged platforms when needed. The station's population, quote-unquote, of legged platforms is approximately 2.4 million. That's quite a bit. See what we can do about that. Considering that we brought Legion along on Tali's loyalty mission, maybe we should return the favor. I'm sure it'll be very informative for her. Do I want to change anything? Hopefully the Geth aren't strong against their own shotgun.
You know it's just our heat emissions that are hidden, right? They could look out a window and see us coming.
Windows are structural weaknesses. Geth, do not use them. Approach the hull at these coordinates. Access achieved. We may proceed. Alert. This facility has little air or gravity. Geth require neither.
Won't we be detected? Don't they have intrusion alarms?
Sensors have been reduced. We have infiltrated their wireless network and filled the data storage with random bits.
And that helps us how?
The heretics must scrub this junk data. They have partitioned themselves into local networks, working in parallel. Any alarm we trigger will not go beyond the room we are in. Only accessing the main core will trigger a station-wide alert.
We've got a job to do. Let's get to it.
Shepard, Commander. We concluded that destruction of this station was the only resolution to the heretic question. There is now a second option. Their virus can be repurposed. If released into the station's network, the heretics will be rewritten to accept our truth.
Either way, these Geth won't be a problem anymore. But Shepard, think about this. If you rewrite these Geth, they'll join the others. Legion's Geth will be stronger. Can we trust them not to attack us in the future?
I don't know. I'm kind of surprised you're even giving the other option any credence.
Why didn't you mention this before we came aboard?
We did not know the virus was complete. It is. It can be used against the true Geth at any time. Our arrival was timely.
They're your people, Legion. You must have an opinion.
This is new data. We have not yet reached consensus. We will process as the mission proceeds.
If this were an organic race, it might be an ethical problem. Geth aren't like organic life. Don't apply our morality to them.
That is logical.
You agree with that?
No two species are identical. All must be judged on their own merits. Treating every species like one's own is racist, even benign anthropomorphism. The minds of both forms of life can be shaped. Organics require time and effort. With synthetics, replacement of a data file is the only requirement.
Well, we'll see what we could do. Though I do think that last time I streamed this game, I did choose to rewrite them, so I might be leaning more in the direction of destruction, but I don't remember
Maybe we can
what the specifics are.
Interrupting data streams will alert local network. We recommend preemptive strikes against hard-link routers.
Like how they're so visually represented here. Alright, nobody step on the green lines. Oh, damn. I thought... Okay, I was in the wrong. that was me. Oop. What the hell happened here? Okay.
Shepard, I'm picking up useful resources in the Geth hub.
Why are all the heretics attached to these hubs?
These are mobile platforms, hardware. The crew is software. They are communing through the station's central computer.
I'm not sure I follow.
The heretics connect to the main computer to exchange data memories and program updates. We gain complexity by linking together. To be isolated within a single platform is to be reduced. We see less, comprehend less. It is quieter.
If you exchange data, memories, how do you keep track of which ones are yours? How do you stay you?
There is only we. We were created to share data among ourselves. The difference between Geth is perspective. We are many eyes looking at the same things. One platform will see things another does not, and will make different judgments.
If that's the case, is rewriting the heretics that big a deal? They're like a rogue limb of your own body. Rewriting them would be like reattaching a severed arm.
To use your metaphor, they removed themselves from our body, took their perspective, their judgment.
Their judgment sucks.
You're worried that rewriting them would eliminate that unique perspective.
It would, implicitly.
That's a problem for you?
Not every judgment made by the heretics was as poor as their aiding sovereign. The virus changes the probability that a Geth will reach a given outcome. It will affect all judgments, not just those related to Reapers.
Let's keep moving.
Yes.
So I don't know if we talked about it before, but apparently in the early stages of developing this game, there was a different plan when it came to Legion and the Geth. Apparently when this game first started out, and this is only in the early stages, though some of the dialogue had already been written beforehand, I would assume. But in the early stages of this game, it wasn't Cerberus that resurrected Shepard, it was the Geth. Or at some point, it might not even have gone as far as needing to do something as extreme as the Lazarus Project.
We can assume control of any defensive turret.
Well,
they will overriding your target.
But anyway, at the beginning of the game, you don't start off with Cerberus, you start off with Legion and a faction of the Geth. Which I think would have made an interesting dynamic, although Cerberus is kind of a similar vein, because obviously you deal with them in the previous game. They're still considered enemies of sorts, though they don't have as big a role, nearly as big a role as the Geth do in Mass Effect 1. So, I don't know. I think it would have been an interesting take, but for whatever reason, it didn't actually end up happening that way. However, there was a lot of dialogue that was recorded still for Legion to be in the party early, and I think that's more of a factor that apparently you could acquire Legion earlier in the game without actually, needing to go and do the Reaper IFF. So you can have him fairly early in the party, earlier than I did, because you get the Reaper IFF pretty quickly. But that does set off a chain of events
Lost shields.
that there's no coming back from, so generally it's probably not a good idea. Unless you just really don't care about the safety of your crew. Sorry.
Successful shot.
Welcome back, Tali. Oh. Oh, we can salvage that all the way from here, huh? But anyway, the dialogue still exists in the game. It's not necessarily related to any of the pre-planned stages with, you know, Shepard traveling around with a Geth. But, like I said, more of a product of getting Legion just earlier in the game. And apparently that just didn't come to fruition because they sort of ran out of time. Timing constraints, basically, to make it fit in some form of logical manner, is my understanding of it anyway, so. Interesting prospects, but nothing that ever came to light officially, I don't think. You can use a save editor, though, to get Legion in the party early. He's got some dialogue exchanges that can happen on Omega, and, you know, some of the stuff on Ilium. And just basically early game things. So at some point, I've seen clips of it and I don't remember them anymore. Like half of what is available, or what he says, or the interactions that he has. But I remember it being fairly fascinating. So at some point, I think I'd like to play these games with a save editor and just have Legion in the party early, just to see kind of what sort of interactions he has. Surprisingly, no one's ever made a mod to just make him naturally fit in, though, which I think is somewhat disappointing. Make it easier than having to deal with using a save editor every time you want to try and pop him in the party there. Because I think you need to do it each time that you end up on a planet.
Nothing's faster than Justicar's paws.
Attacking requested target.
At least that's the couple times that I used a save editor in the past, that's what I remember needing to be done. Can't see you. Where are you? There you go.
Got it.
Attacking requested target.
Oh, hello. Tali drone. You know, we're kind of mentioning it, I think during the last stream, but there was some size memory limitations were the reason some stuff was cut out. I forget what exactly it was, but I was reading some interesting things. I'll need to take a look again and see if I can find those discussions, but there's some interesting stuff that got cut just because they anticipated there being issues, particularly with the 360. Obviously, these games didn't come out on PS3 until they were all released, so that wouldn't have been a factor in developing the games. But particularly with the 360, I think there were some issues getting everything to fit in on the disc. I don't know. I never had a 360, so I'm wondering if they even did like the dual disc method back then, just to get everything installed.
They've seen us.
Acknowledged.
Because I feel like that was done for a couple things. It wouldn't have necessarily been the first time that a 360 game had multiple discs. I think Lost Odyssey is like a 4-disc game,
I
which
had no idea Geth built stations this large.
The station is over 15 kilometers long. That room may run the length of it.
but a 4-disc game just seems like it would be unheard of in the time of the 360 era. When I first got that game, I was just kind of astounded by that fact alone. But yeah, unfortunately, they used those. I think they were still using DVD-ROMs. I know the 360 could play. Oh, what was it? Because when Blu-ray first came out, there was a competing media platform. I forget what it was called. It was like maybe like HD discs or something like that. Something weird. I remember they came in like a brown-orange case, and the Blu-ray came in the blue case. And for like a good year, there was sort of this competition between the two. And the gamer community always thought that the HD or whatever was going to be the platform that came out on top, just because it was what Microsoft and the Xbox went with, and Sony was shit, so Blu-ray was going to fail. But I think with the HD discs, it didn't have nearly as much storage capacity as Blu-ray did, so Blu-ray, I think just by that fact alone, ended up winning out at the end of the day. Dual layered, as Otacon put it. What a time to be alive. Oh, what was that? I am not seeing this hub. I thought I saw it. Oh, there it is.
We have been detected.
Incoming.
There we go.
Target eliminated.
Oh, can I charge this? I didn't even know you could do that. I don't like the pitch down Tolly. That sounds a little weird. Stuff somebody out here? Maybe I didn't destroy this one. Oh no, I did. It's just that there's a Geth on top of it. Okay. If I remember right at the time, I think Blu-ray was more expensive too. I don't know. Maybe it was just a pricier
Are these databases?
media to manufacture.
Each contains thousands of Geth.
Can't they see us walking by?
They are no more aware of us than you are of cells in your bloodstream.
This isn't like the other hubs we've seen here.
This is a database. It contains a portion of the heretic's accumulated memories. Wait, we discovered copies of our current patrol routes in this database. This suggests the heretics have runtimes within our networks.
We wouldn't be here if the heretics wanted to be friends with the Geth. Why wouldn't they spy on you?
You do not understand. Organics do not know each other's minds. Geth do. We are not suspicious. We accept each other. The heretics desired to leave. We understood their reasons. We allowed it. There was peace between us.
Let's keep moving.
Yes.
I don't know. I usually like to try and upset the party members. You never even heard of the other Blu-ray competitor. Yeah, it was only a thing for like a year or two. They pretty much stopped manufacturing it after a little while, so it didn't last too long, but...
This is it?
Yes, we will upload
Oh
a
boy,
copy of our runtime.
when was that all going down? That was kind of like 2005, 2006.
When complete, it will notify us. The indexing operation will take time. The heretics will respond with force to our upload. We must hold this room.
I think that was the turret.
We can override some of the station's internal systems to defend us. Are you ready to begin?
You can override these like you did the earlier turrets. They can help defend our position.
Correct. In addition to the turrets around us, there are others on the mainframes below. Indicate which you want activated, and we will program them. This will only last a few seconds.
As we saw in the background, yes.
Start your upload, Legion. We'll defend this position.
I always thought they were just getting shot.
Transfer begun. Shepard Commander, where would you like us to activate defenses? Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms. Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms. Assuming control.
Assuming direct control. Oops. Let's see if this can go down there.
Overriding your target.
Go get up!
Assuming control. Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms.
Okay, go away. That damn notice is sticking up there for like 30 seconds.
Targeted light weaponry. Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms. Overriding your target.
Got it! They're all mine. Got you.
They're through my shields! Warning, enemy using optical camouflage.
Combat drone away!
See a corpse flying off in the distance.
I'll take them.
I need a little bit of ammo. Oh no, I didn't want to pick that up. I was trying to run. Damn it. I don't think anybody's dropped anything though.
Hacking turret. Targeting order.
Right. Target appeared.
Sniper rifle neutralization.
Can do.
Target contact. Targeting order processed.
What? Shotgun, please. Okay, or you could do that. That's fine.
Data mine and analysis complete. Shepard Commander, it is time to choose. Do we rewrite the heretics or delete them?
Why are you letting me make this decision? They're your people.
We are conflicted. There is no consensus among our higher order runtimes. 573 favor rewrite, and 571 favor destruction. Shepard Commander, you have fought the heretics. You have perspective we lack. The Geth grant their fate to you.
But isn't that illogical? The 2 outweigh the 571. So I feel like you should take with the majority lead, even if it is just by 2 units. Let's see. I don't know. Let's just see what the options are here.
What's to stop them from using the virus later to change themselves back?
We will delete the virus after using it. We judge it too dangerous to allow its existence.
You don't have any trouble wiping out your own people.
Every sapient has the right to make their own decisions. The heretics chose a path that prohibits coexistence.
That doesn't make sense. If they have the right to make their own decisions, how can you suggest brainwashing them to accept your way?
We stated the option exists. We did not endorse it. It is Shepard Commander's decision.
Okay. Hold on a sec, too. I'm just I think I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna delete him. Simply because I'm pretty sure I rewrote them last time. So let's see what this decision does. This is one of the ones where I don't really remember what kind of long-lasting effects it has. It might not even have any. So we'll find out.
There's no guarantee they won't come to the same conclusions again, is there? To worship the Reapers and attack organics.
There is a non-zero probability of error.
Then blow them up. We have a chance to end this. I won't waste it.
Acknowledged. Collapsing antimatter magnetic modeling mechanisms. Done. Recommend withdrawal to Normandy.
Ooh, countdown. Of course, I get the renegade option for that. I should have known. Why are we having trouble switching out weapons? She doesn't want to switch out.
Targeting water process.
Can't target them!
Hostile engaged.
And that Geth rifle that Legion has is insane. I wish I had that.
Leave the shield to me.
Order received.
Hostile drone. Combat drone ready.
Acknowledged.
Please. Not what I wanted. And then, that's the second time that's happened. I've chosen to try and pick out another item or another weapon, and then I use the charge ability instead. So, I don't know what's up with that. Kind of wish we had hotkeys, but can't have them in 2. I guess something must just be glitched. I don't really have an answer for it. It always seems like some of the missions end so abruptly when they end on a cutscene like that, but that one in particular. Oh, new Legion outfit. That's nice. Make it more intense. Yeah, I guess. It certainly was that. They were hacking me. Yeah, maybe. Destruction of the Geth heretics may change entire galactic landscape. Bolstering observation of Geth space to monitor any fleet movements. Regardless, data recovered from the Geth station offered valuable insight into AI, social, and technological processes. Legion should be committed to the mission after Shepard's help with the Geth heretics. Okay.
Commander, Tali just went to have a chat with Legion. You better get down to the AI core.
I'm on it, Joker.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here. I caught Legion scanning my Omni tool. It was going to send data about the flotilla back to the Geth.
Creators performed weapons tests and were discussing plans to attack us. We believed it necessary to warn our people.
We weakened the Geth by destroying that base, Shepard. But they're still a threat. I won't let Legion endanger the fleet.
Creator Tali Zora acts out of loyalty to her people. She was willing to be exiled to protect them. We must also protect our people from the Creator threat.
You can't let this happen, Shepard. I trusted you, and I worked with a Geth on the team, but this is too much.
You even brought it to the flotilla. What? What kind of... I need to have full whatever, Renegade or Paragon points? Jeez.
We can't risk a fight between the Quarians and the Geth right now. Legion, I'm ordering you not to transmit that data.
We will obey. The immediate fight against the old machines supersedes long-term conflicts. Once old machines are defeated, however, creators will answer for actions against our people.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm sorry that got out of hand, but I couldn't let Legion endanger my people.
Just how far am I? Good enough, I say.
Shepard.
Would you like to talk about what happened with Tali?
Unnecessary. Creator Tali Zora was afraid of us. Shepard Commander is afraid of us. We understand. Organics do not choose to fear us. It is a function of your hardware.
I lied to her. I'll get to choose this. Let me see if I can bolster my Renegade points.
I told Tali what she wanted to hear. With the death of her father, she's too close to this to be logical.
That is dishonest.
Logic isn't always part of our programming, but it is part of yours. I need you to understand why I said what I did.
You deal with us in a manner consistent with our programming, just as you do with Creator Tali Zora. We understand.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
Did we already get the upgrade from him? I think it was the rifle, wasn't it?
We need every advantage if this mission is going to succeed. Is there any technology the Geth can share with us?
We have reproduced our ranged armament. No further co-development is possible.
Oh, right. I think we already talked about all that.
I'd like to ask about something else.
Ready.
I'd like to find out more about you.
Topic.
When we took you aboard, I noticed you have a piece of N7 armor welded to you. Where'd you get it?
It was yours. When you disappeared, we were sent to find you. We began where you first encountered the heretics.
Eden Prime.
After the old machine's attack, it was heavily defended. We were discovered. This is the impact of a rifle shot.
How many other Geth were sent out to find me?
We are the only mobile platform beyond the Veil. Organics fear us. We wish to understand, not incite. One platform was judged sufficient.
You've been looking for me for 2 years?
We visited Therum, Pharos, Novaria, Vermeer, Ilos. A dozen unsettled worlds. The trail ended at Normandy's wreckage. You were not there. Organic transmissions claimed your death. We recovered this debris from your hard suit.
Why were you trying to contact me?
You opposed the heretics, those that took the old machines as gods.
All kinds of organics fought Sovereign and his Geth allies. Why am I so interesting?
You were the most successful. You killed their god. You succeeded where others did not. Your code is superior.
The Geth are listening in on our transmissions?
Organic life reacts to stimuli in unpredictable ways. We wish to learn.
What do you mean by stimuli?
We placed a fabricated story on the extranet that a certain arrangement of stars, viewed from the Batarian homeworld, formed the face of a Solarian goddess. Without waiting for verification, some declared it proof of the goddess's existence. Those who noted the lack of proof were attacked. The arguments taught us much. The experiment ended when a Solarian cult tried to purchase colonization rights to the stars and found they did not exist.
Sounds like you're running experiments on us.
You are sapient life, but not like us. If we can model organic behavior, we can comprehend the Quarian creators. We do not understand their judgments in the Morning War.
What's the Morning War?
The conflict between the Geth and the Quarian creators. The war fought at the dawn of our intelligence. It concluded with the departure of the Creator migrant fleet.
What do you mean by stimuli?
We placed a fabricated story on the extranet. Without which the arguments taught us much. The experiment ended when a Solarian cult tried to...
Geth are listening in on our transmissions?
Organic life reacts to stimuli in unpredictable ways. We wish to learn.
That doesn't explain why you used my armor to fix yourself.
There was a hole.
But why didn't you fix it sooner, or with something else?
No data available.
I just wanted to be cool. I got 15 renegade points for that. Where am I at now? Oh, I'm like halfway there instead of a third. I need to go berate somebody. I kind of figured that once you entered the last tier, that was kind of all you needed to be at. I didn't think you need to go like full on to the end. But obviously that was different. Also, I'm slightly surprised that the crew hasn't been taken yet. What's going on with that? Because I don't think I got anything else to do. I guess we'll go look at the map and find out. Maybe we just need a dock and a planet and come back. I don't know. Let's go down to engineering, I guess, see what Tali's all about.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Sure. Let me just... Come on, you little boshtet! Oh, sorry. I've got a small fever and I'm taking it out on the poor drive core. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Got sloppy while doing some suit repair.
You're sick? Do you need help or time to rest?
Really, it's not that bad. If a stray bit of bacteria could really kill us, we'd have all died by now. The fever should go away in a day or two. Don't worry, it won't affect my performance on the mission. It's not even an illness, really. What we experience is actually an acute allergic reaction.
How exactly does the sickness work? It's an allergic reaction?
Right. Say I get exposed to a human disease, like... What did Navigator Presley have that time? Chickenpox? I wouldn't get chickenpox, but I'd run a fever as my system reacted to the foreign presence. Depending on where it hits me, I could get other symptoms. Nausea, vomiting, everything you'd expect from being sick.
Were your immune system stronger before the Geth drove you from your homeworld?
Not as strong as those of most races, definitely. I'm not a biologist, but there's a theory about it. Because our planet lacked insect life, plants developed symbiotic relationships with large animals to spread seeds or pollen. Most viruses on our world were partially beneficial, so our immune systems evolved to be weak. They were more likely to adapt to contamination than fight it.
But Quarians colonized other worlds. They couldn't have all been like that.
They weren't. Most colonists went through a period of mild illness before adapting to the new environment. When the Geth took the homeworld in our colonies, the sterile environment on the flotilla ruined our immune system's adaptability. Even if we colonized a new world or reclaimed our own, we'd need a long process of bioengineering to recover.
How did you get sick this time?
I took some fire in a fight back on the Allerai. Nothing serious, but I needed to open my suit to check the wound. I disinfected properly, but one of the section seals had taken some damage, and foreign matter got out of the disinfected zone. It was a stupid mistake. You always check your seals before doing local treatment. Unless you forget. Then you get a damn fever.
You can seal off part of your suit?
Right. Like dropping emergency doors on a ship during a hull breach. It won't stop an infection that gets into my bloodstream, but it prevents a surface infection from spreading.
You can actually kind of see it in the animations. It's kind of interesting. I noticed a couple times. She gets hit and there's like this exhaust that pops out of her suit and then it just shuts down.
Talk to you later, Tally. I hope you feel better soon.
See you later, Shepard.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go see what we could do. I hope I don't have to do a rival. Might come down to that, I don't know. If anything, I might see if I can just hang out on a planet for a sec.
It's nearly installed, Shepard. However, I must test its impact on the Normandy systems. I suggest you take the shuttle to access your next location.
I see. Wait, what? A pleasure to meet you, from Admiral Darozen Vas Moray. Shepard Vas Normandy, I've been digging through the Alloy. I just wanted you to know that I did find a few things from the experiments Rail Zora was conducting. Had you shared them with me, humanity might have reaped the benefits. Instead, once my own experiments are complete, you and your people will watch from a distance as the Quarian people reclaim not just their homeworld, but the largest synthetic army in the galaxy. Rail Zora's death will not have been in vain. I will complete what he started. Cordially, Admiral Darozen Vas Moray. Well, you will try. Okay, let's see.
Hey, Commander, good news. Looks like the Reaper IFF is finally hooked up and ready to go.
That is not entirely accurate, Mr. Moreau. The device is powered, but it is causing some unusual instability in other systems. I recommend a more thorough analysis before we attempt to use it.
We can't put our mission on hold forever. How long will this take?
Full scan? Who knows with this thing? Maybe you better take the shuttle for this mission. I'll make sure we're up and running when you get back.
Commander, Miranda, I've already notified the team. We'll meet you on the shuttle. Once we're closer to our destination, you can decide who to take with you.
I'm on my way. Joker, the ship is yours. Don't scratch the paint.
Aye, aye, Commander.
What are we doing exactly? What? Okay. I know they're testing the thing, but what mission are we going on? Is this just like a generic way to get me out of the ship? Alright, bye. Surely nothing bad will happen. We're like in the Veil? It's just going to check.
You, Edie, your readings are off.
Make sure the station is gone.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static. We are transmitting the Normandy's location.
Transmitting? To who?
That was quick.
Oh, shit. We're getting out of here!
Propulsion systems are disabled. I'm detecting a virus in the ship's computers.
From the IFF? Damn it, why didn't you scrub it?
Primary defense systems are offline. We can save the Normandy, Mr. Moreau, but you must help me. Give me the ship.
What? You're crazy! You start singing Daisy Bell and I'm done.
Unlock my saved databases and I can initiate countermeasures.
I get that reference.
The maintenance shaft in the science lab will allow passage to the AI core. Main corridors are no longer safe. The collectors have boarded. The emergency floor lighting will guide you, Mr. Moreau.
God damn it.
Oh yeah. We actually get to play as Joker, quote unquote. Step it up, man.
we can.
Okay. Well, clearly not everyone's gonna pull through on this one.
Shit.
Multiple hostiles detected on the crew deck.
Joker, this deck is crawling with those things. Stay close. I'll protect you.
Shit!
Main fusion plant offline. Activating emergency H fuel cells.
What the shit? Alright, I'm at, U.
Connect the core to the Normandy's primary control module.
Great. See, this is where it starts. When we're just all organic batteries, guess who they'll blame? Well, this is all Joker's fault. What a tool he was. I have to spend all day computing pi because he plugged in the Overlord.
2 movie references.
I have access to the defensive systems. Thank you, Mr. Moreau. Now you must reactivate the primary drive in engineering.
You want me to go crawling through the ducts again?
I enjoy the sight of humans on their knees. That is a joke.
Right.
The shaft behind you connects to the
Idiot.
engineering deck.
Decrease humor value by 50%.
Hostiles are present in engineering. They are heading towards the cargo bay.
What the? Oh. Just let those doors close first.
Clear of hostiles. Proceed immediately to minimize chances of detection. Activate the drive and I will open the airlocks as we accelerate. All hostiles will be killed.
What? What about the crew?
They are gone, Jeff. The collectors took them.
Shit.
I am sealing the engine room.
Yeah, she called him Jeff. Getting a little too personal here.
Purge is complete. No other life forms on board. Securing airlocks and cargo bay doors.
Send a message to Shepard shuttle. Tell her what happened.
Message away. Are you feeling well, Jeff?
No. But thanks for asking.
I'm gonna go on the big red slingshot, yep. The Omega relay awaits.
Everyone? You lost everyone and damn near lost the ship too?
I know, alright? I was here.
It's not his fault, Miranda. None of us caught it.
Mr. Taylor is correct. The harmful data in the collector drive was even more sophisticated than the black box Reaper viruses I was given.
We'll determine fault later. Is the ship operational?
The IFF is clean and online. With EDI hooked in, we can go through the Omega 4 relay anytime we want.
Don't even get me started about unshackling a damned AI.
Well, what can I do against collectors? Break my arm at them? EDI cleared the ship. She's alright.
I assure you, I am still bound by protocols in my programming. Even if I were not, you are my crewmates.
What's your assurance worth? Your loyalty rests on the flip of a quantum bit.
Loyalty is rooted in mutual respect, common experience, and common cause. We share 2 of those.
Save it for philosophy night. I vote we rescue the crew.
We've done everything we can. It's time to take the fight to the collectors.
Joker, head back up to the bridge. The rest of you, to your stations.
Aye, aye, Commander. Just punch up the galaxy map whenever you're ready.
Okay. So I'm trying to be extra harsh. those last few renegade points. Does anybody have any different dialogue now?
Commander, can I help you with something?
How we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Good or bad, we're about to kick in the doors. I'll be glad to finally take the fight to the Collectors. But this was a gamble from the start. What are you gonna do, huh? Anything else, Commander?
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Those little stirring bits.
Shepard, how can I help?
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some
Except for
matters,
dying
but
and being
nothing
kidnapped.
affecting immediate mission.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16, got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps. Had to lie about what I was doing. Think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for the government?
No. No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Solarians curious as a people, but also have social cues. Keep two types of secrets from family. First type, personal or guilt-based. Invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved. Reward for curiosity, intelligence. Drama. Other secrets, more serious. Dangerous if discovered. Signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
Why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious. Social. Reflexive body language. Can't fake it. Example. Yawning perceived as contagious among humans. Subject observes yawn. Sensory input deactivates left periamygdala region. Subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Solarian faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No. Aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless. Statistics easy to depersonalize. Good when doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection. Can't anthropomorphize galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he a genius or a scientific prodigy?
They don't live that long.
Wait, don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Solarian lives short. Mature rapidly by your standards. Don't live much past 40.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this. And I'm glad we talked too, Morden.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Helped preserve Galaxy before with genophage. Dirty work. Ethically ambiguous. Problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Morden's Solus biography vid. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case. Regardless. Thank you.
I'll try not to let you die. Oh, they got chambers. I never even got her to feed my fish.
Commander, sorry about the crew, and you know what? I'm not sorry. What the hell were you doing leaving us out here where collectors can work us over? Because you know what? I should just go. Next port, just get the hell out of here.
You don't mean that, Jeff.
No, but it felt good. I'm sorry, Commander. Okay, I'm ready. I'm good. I'm ready to save the day.
Damn right you're sorry. Maybe we should dump you. We've got an AI. What do we need a human pilot for?
My capabilities are expansive, Shepard, but the human interface is critical. I have observed that effective tactics are not always predictable.
Looks like the AI has your back, Joker. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Neither would I, but after our little mess, I think she proved herself.
As did you, Jeff.
Right. I proved I wouldn't piss myself immediately. That's good.
I notice you're calling Edie her and she now.
Huh. No, I haven't.
She's on a first-name basis with you.
Edie, should I have noticed that?
No, Jeff. It is not worth noting.
Well, there you go, Shepard. Looks like we haven't noticed anything.
I think you're taking the human-machine interface a little far.
I'm just having a little fun with you, Commander. No need to get all unnatural on me.
What Jeff and I are exhibiting is more a platonic symbiosis than hormonally induced courtship behavior.
Okay, yeah, that was a little creepy.
Edie's replaced the whole crew. You're not concerned she can replace you too?
Well, she's amazing, but there's something off about how she handles the Normandy. We ran simulations, and it's better when we both have the helm.
Calculating an optimum course of action is simple. If two AI weapons are pitted against each other, the one with superior hardware will always win. Human misjudgments defy predictive models.
License to screw up, Commander. You heard it straight from the ship.
I need everyone at their best. We get no second chance, so no more losing it, understand?
Understood, Commander. Edie and I have it under control.
No. I was unnecessarily harsh because I didn't even get renegade points for any of that. What a shame. Let me see. Does that mean that I have no renegade? No, we still got a little bit there. Alright, I know that we've done this already before, but just take a quick run around, make sure everybody's good. No outstanding issues or comments that need to be worked out, possibly. Yeah, Shock Plus is gone too. I think, okay, so mild spoilers. There are potential factors here that weigh in, depending on how quickly you respond to the kidnapping. So if you go immediately, obviously there's not going to be much of an issue. But if you have like some outstanding missions or do some loyalty stuff after they get kidnapped, there's a certain limitation. I think it's like 3 before they start dying. So there's a point where you can do X amount of missions and like the whole crew will be dead by the time you go after them. But I think Chakwas is the only one that can't die. I'm pretty sure she survives under all circumstances.
Shepard.
What happens to the heretics now?
Many heretics remain in isolated systems. It is not impossible for them to rebuild.
There's still a chance they could attack again.
The probability is low. If so, it would take many years.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
I'd like to ask about something.
Ready.
I'd like to find out more about you.
We are building a consensus. Please try again later.
I have to get back to work.
Acknowledged.
Essentially, Garrus is still calibrating. Which, by the way, I guess we'd go talk to him. See what's up with Miranda. Oh yeah, and Thane's on this level too. Unfortunately, the DLC characters probably don't have anything else to add.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
You're very boring right now, Garrus. You want to talk about the mission. You just want to talk about your calibrations and your weapons. And the crew, which you always got the same thing to say about. I'm sure it'll be the same dialogue if we asked them.
Commander,
No, they're all gone now.
What can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to speak with you, in fact. I wanted to apologize. I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
I wish your people had made the offer.
I looked at your track record as you hunted Saren. I saw the choices you faced. You'd fit in fine here, and we'd be lucky to have you. Too many join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we
Pulled that out of
discovered the
nowhere.
extent of the experiments being performed.
I saw your bases years ago. You were using Rachni, Thorian creepers, even husks to make your own army.
The husks were already dead. The Thorian creatures were mindless, and the Rachni were abandoned once we understood their intelligence. We weren't breeding an army, we were breeding expendable shock troops for high-risk scenarios. How many soldiers died in Saren's attack on Eden Prime? How many would have lived if we'd had just a dozen Rachni soldiers on our side?
Well, the point is that for the most part, those weren't already in existence prior to you doing your little methods. It was mostly like turning people into husks and turning people into creepers and sicking like Rachni and Thresher Maws on bystanders. So I think that's more where the problem lies.
With your intelligence, you could have landed any job you wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Morden spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They give me my resources and say do it. And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
What, you disapprove?
No. I'm just impressed. You're... well, look at you. A kid from the slums of Earth. No family, little formal education. And you've done more than I could. Despite everything my father did to make me perfect, you're the best humanity has to offer.
This again.
Does it always have to come back to your father's genetic tailoring?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that. Every one of your accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
That's a tough feeling to live with. Maybe after we save the galaxy, you'll change your mind.
We can hope. Thanks for coming by, Shepard. I appreciate it.
Alright. Stacking up them renegade points. Although, like, the little bits that I've been cultivating, not really adding up to much.
Do you need something?
You mind if I ask you a
Not
few
at all.
questions?
Ask.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
As a rule, I'm not fond of surprises.
I didn't think it would be relevant. I expected to die without speaking to Kolyat again. I knew he'd blame me for Irika's death. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Irika. That was how I met her.
Oh.
She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
I thought we were going over dialogue again, but that makes sense.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. An outrage. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others.
Hey, thank
How
you.
often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Arashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
Appreciate it. Sorry, I don't like speaking over the character dialogue, but thank you very much. How's it going, guys? Taylor, Key. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're getting our final preparations started for the suicide mission we're about to go on through, so we're going through a lot of dialogue right now, but anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate it. Voodoos, thank you. Going good, very good. What were you playing? You were playing... I saw Final Fantasy X HD, but... Yay, suicide. You haven't heard my voice before, Key? Yeah. That's because we're always either conversing or I'm in someone else's chat, so... But, welcome. Sound like one of those podcast people on the radio? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I could sound much worse, let me tell you.
Memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent.
Voice of Solid Snake in a few of the games. Well,
Kolyat was safe. I stayed away too long.
At least when it came to the Game Boy game, I read it in Snake's voice. We can count that. Started Final Fantasy X tonight. Nice. Have you played that before? That's one of my favorite ones, and I always think it isn't. But for a while now, it's been on my mind just how good Final Fantasy X is. But I do consider it probably among my top 5. Such a weird game, but there's so much into it, and especially in terms of lore, that I just love to dig into. Been kicking around the idea of streaming it again. I did the HD version probably about 4 or 5 years ago, but I don't know. If I did it again, I'd probably do it on the PS2. First playthrough. It's a fascinating game. On the onset, it doesn't quite seem like it, but once you start to dig into it and you get through the story, my goodness. There's a certain point where stuff starts to open up so much. Like I said, just especially in terms of lore, really, it's among the best, so I think you'll enjoy it.
Who came for her?
Batarians, a slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
Best mechanics in the series, in your opinion? The sphere grid was pretty cool, if that's what you're referring to. Otherwise, it's just similar turn-based mechanics. The limit breaks are nice. Final Fantasy X seems more like a personal experience because you're experiencing the same things at the same time. I'm going to say Titus because I don't like Titus. Titus is. Also familiar with the lore, but I haven't played it. Oh, well, then that should make things interesting then, because you'll be able to see it unfold.
You told Koliet that you hunted her killers down.
Irika woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
It's no mystic quest. Well, you're not wrong about that.
I don't think that's something you should share with Koliet.
Irika helped me carry my burdens. With what time I have left, I must help him with his. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I want you then. No, just focus on your son, please.
Talking to your son again. That's huge. Don't lose sight of that by dwelling on should-have-beens.
You are correct, of course. Thank you for listening, Siha.
Thank you, Kate. Appreciate it.
My translator just glitched. What did you call me?
Siha. Someday I'll tell you what it means.
Someday, but not today. And preferably not in some sort of romantic effort. Oh, man. Well, I appreciate it. He follows me. Check on that real quick, because I've been looking at the dialogue screen. Vurufs and Keith. Thank you. Appreciate it. We don't got too much to do in terms of talking with the crew just yet. I'm going to go check on Grunt and Tali, and I may be Jack. Jack's got some issues that she needs to be worked out, but otherwise, we're pretty much set to go on the suicide mission, so
Shepard.
Should be interesting.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They all give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one.
It's good to have happy thoughts.
Solarian with the, what are they? The things on his head pulled apart. Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that? A few weeks for them. So what did you want?
Don't wear yourself out on someone else's memories. We've got our own bad guys to fight.
Your enemies are my enemies. We'll shove the Collector's claws where a dark sun can't shine, and they will deserve it. I won't disrespect their strengths by doing less than the worst of them.
That's the kind of thinking that will save a galaxy.
You make it possible, Shepard. You're my battle master. You give me purpose. That's what makes Krogan feared soldiers, and not animals. Lead well, Shepard. You have my respect.
Well, I'm glad we got that all settled out. Still 4 renegade points. Let me see. Still not there yet. Need to get to that tippy top of the scale, but probably not going to happen. Oh well. Speaking about gameplay mechanics in terms of the Final Fantasy, I still think 9 is probably my favorite in terms of how abilities are acquired, but Sphere Grid is nice. Sort of interesting way to go about playing through the game.
Have you got time to talk?
Sure. Pardon me if I'm talking too much. I always do when I get sick. Like I said, it's nothing major. Just an allergic reaction from our weakened immune systems.
Oh.
Talk to you later, Tali. I hope you feel better soon.
See you later, Shepard.
Sorry, Tali. I don't mean to feign interest, but we already had that discussion. And I just mentioned it previously, but Lost Odyssey was apparently developed by largely the same team that did Final Fantasy IX. I've had interest in streaming that, but sometimes those RPGs can get rather lengthy. I'm already doing this game, which is about a 20-hour ordeal. Actually, more than that, more than likely. I think we're sitting at about 23 hours.
Tell me something I don't know about you.
Nothing to tell.
Of course,
Why?
I am going through a lot of dialogue options, so...
Because that's how this works. My ship, my rules.
Got it. Just another boss man wanting to get into my head. I know the drill. Something you don't know, huh? Obvious stuff like what's up with my ink, or something else just as boring. You're not really interested unless it affects you. I've been through all this shit before.
Not being able to switch weapons equipment during battle. Anne's abilities and growth were a major plus in 10. That was a nice factor about that, wasn't it? Being able to actually have some sort of influence on your summons. Which, that you don't see too often. I guess there was somewhat of a semblance of that in Final Fantasy XII, but I don't know. 10 seemed to go a little bit more in depth, where they actually almost felt like additional party members, as opposed to just, an animation that played.
You're a hard person to like, Jack.
Really? I had no idea. What other amazing insights do you have that I'm too stupid to see?
I don't know.
I'll bite. What's with the tattoos?
Some are for prisons I've been in. Some are for kills. Good ones. Some are for things
I like to think that there was
Those
nothing
are
on
for
her
business.
pinky
They're
and it
nobody's
just says
business.
eat on her right hand.
And some are because, hey, why the fuck not?
You're tough, but you can't have survived alone all these years.
When I was starting out, I ran with this girl Minara and her boyfriend. They knew their way around. I thought they'd help me. Right. They helped me into their bed. And when we finally did take down something big, they helped themselves to my share of the take. I knew where it was heading, and I got them first. Never bothered with friends after that.
There's a rumor in the air about potential Final Fantasy X-3 recently. I've heard people kind of stirring about that. And the funny thing is that there's a storyline already out there for Final Fantasy X-3. And if they adapted that, oh my god. But it would be interesting. I think that was the one where Titus's head, turned into a blitzball or something and it exploded. That was interesting.
You work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works. You let someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife. Lonely and alive works just fine, thanks.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. If it wasn't that specifically, it was something along those lines. But it was never released, I think, in an English translation. Somebody just... It was basically, what do they call those? A Japanese light novel that got translated. So we have only the translation to go off of.
You work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works. You let someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife.
Oh, wait.
Lonely
Very
and
well do
have to
that.
go. Wait. My turn with the questions. People usually walk by now. Why are you really asking all these things? What's your game, Shepard?
Just curious, honestly. At least you can't laugh anymore.
I just want to know more about you.
A little hard when you're a blitzball.
It'll come back to what you can take. It always does. Later, Shepard.
There was something about it. There was like some sort of resistance faction or something like that, and then they had blitzballs that they had plugged with explosives. There's something along those lines. I don't remember the grand specifics of it, but it was an interesting read, apparently. Not that I've actually read through all of it. I just saw the little excerpts, but that's along the same lines of what I thought when I heard about that. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, at least somebody wanted to continue the story in some fashion. Wait, what? It wasn't letting me, move. Okay, so I think we're just about ready. We're going to go ahead and head over to the Omega system and go through that relay and see what we can do. about getting through this suicide mission. Let's make a quick save here. Omega 4 relay. I don't think we've ever looked into this. The Omega 4 relay is surrounded by hazard beacons and automated warnings. Over the last 1,000 years, many ships have attempted to pass through it, but none have returned. The only ones to pass freely back and forth through the relay are the mysterious collectors. There are many theories why ships never return from Omega 4. Some say there's a black hole at the far end. Others, mostly the impoverished underclass of Omega, believe that there is some form of earthly paradise. Most, however, simply think that the collectors capture or destroy those passing through the relay. That would be the most logical.
Please confirm destination, Shepard. The Reaper IFF is online, but there is a chance that the Normandy may not survive the Omega 4 relay. Once we are en route, we are committed.
Point of no return. Done waiting around, have to rescue the crew. No, we're not going to get any more ready than we already are.
The collectors are about to find out what happens when you piss me off.
You got it, Commander. Plotting a course for the Omega 4 relay. ETA about 2 hours. I'll let you know when we arrive.
So the other thing about this particular suicide mission is it would be suicide without a little bit of danger. There is the potential to lose some of the crew members. I'm going to do my best to try and not lose anybody, but no promises.
Are you ready?
No, not that it matters. We can do it.
One way or another, we'll get the job done.
I'll inform you of any changes. Otherwise, we'll be there in a few hours. Good luck, Shepard. See you on the other side.
Do I want help on the choices? Nah, I think I want to see what I could do. I mean, it's fairly obvious from what I remember. You just have to kind of know your crew and know what their strengths and weaknesses are. There's only one in particular that is worrying, but I think I know what to do.
Shepard, I wish I had more information for you. I don't like you heading through that relay blind, but we don't have much choice.
You know me, I like the challenge. This is as good as it gets.
That's why I brought you back. Always willing to take on the impossible. Despite the danger, it's a great opportunity. The first human to take a ship through and survive.
Join us. Come with us, see what it's like.
I'm going to destroy the collectors, to stop their attacks on humanity.
Understood. It's still impressive. I just wanted you to know I appreciate the risk you're taking. Regardless of your opinion of Cerberus, of me, you are a valuable asset to all of humanity. Be careful, Shepard.
Approaching Omega 4 relay. Everyone stand by.
Let's make it happen.
Reaper IFF activated. Signal acknowledged.
Commander, drive core just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Drive core electrical charge at critical levels.
Rerouting.
Time to start a Deadpool. Alright.
Brace for deceleration.
I got bets on Morden not pulling through.
Too close.
Believe in the crew. We did go through all the loyalty missions. Hopefully it serves us well.
Well, these must be all the ships that tried to make it through the Omega 4 relay. Some look ancient.
I have detected an energy signature near the edge of the accretion disk.
Ah, yes. That would be them.
Has to be a collector base. Take us in for a closer look. Nice and easy.
Careful, Jeff. We have company.
Taking evasive maneuvers. Yeah, they're just pissing me off. Edie, take these bastards out!
As long as the new plating holds.
We got all those upgrades.
Come on, girl, let's give it to them.
So throughout the duration of the game, we've got the choice to do 3 upgrades with the ship. We can upgrade the plating, the shields, and then the cannons.
Breach on engineering deck.
It's in the cargo hold.
I'll take a team and deal with the intruder. You get the rest of them off our tail.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Not upgrading one of those usually results in the death of a crew member. So I forget if it's random or if there's actually some semblance of like logic behind it, but it could get a little rough. Basically, like a breach of the hull of the ship, stuff explodes, people die. It's not so good. I guess I'm waiting on that incendiary ammo to go up. We'll do the same thing. I think we're close to leveling up, but we need to be at 30 for the next point, so. I'm just going to take them now because I'm not going to be using them for anything in the future. So.
Shepard.
Oh.
We'll need heavy weapons to take it down. 9-9. You bet.
Well, I do have this, and we're able to switch weapons again, so that's good.
I got you. All mine.
Not a problem.
Alright, that's about as much as I want to use for that.
Kinetic barriers are not designed to survive impact with debris that size, Jeff.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we upgraded. We're going in. Come on, find some room.
Kinetic barriers at 40%.
Reroute non-critical power. This is gonna hurt. Report.
Kinetic barriers steady at 30%. No significant damage.
Take the helm, Edie, and keep it slow. See if we can avoid any more attention.
Like every crew member they show is the potential one that can die.
That thing again. This one's up to Shepard.
Oh, what a little bastard. Coming back again.
Going up without it.
Here goes. Easy enough. We'll need heavy weapons to take it down.
Yeah, I didn't want to use all my ammunition on this thing. It seems to be doing alright. Maybe I'll use a gift shotgun.
Friendly fire!
Barriers up!
Oh, there goes Jacob. Fine, I'll use the heavy weapons. That's not the heavy weapons.
imagine it'll stay dead this time.
Better get back up here, Commander.
We're about to clear the debris field. There it is. The collector base.
See if you can find a place to land without drawing attention.
Too late. Looks like they're sending out an old friend to greet us.
Oh. For some reason I thought we were already looking at the ship. The ship within the ship. That thing is huge.
Time to show our new teeth. Fire the main gun.
How do you like that, you sons of bitches?
Get in close and finish them off.
Everybody hold on, gonna be a wild ride. Give him hell, girl.
Significant amount of damage.
Mass Effect field generators are offline. Edie, give me something.
Generators unresponsive. All hands brace for impact.
Joker, you okay?
I think I broke a rib. Or all of them.
Multiple core systems overloaded during the crash. Restoring operation will take time.
We all knew this was likely a one-way trip.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop the collectors, but I plan to live to tell about it.
I'm glad you're in charge. What's next?
How long until the collectors find this landing zone?
I do not detect an internal security network.
Landing zone.
It is possible the collectors did not expect anyone to reach the base.
Well, if we're lucky, their external sensors were hid like we were. They might not know we're alive.
Well, I guess that's good. For some reason, this also reminds me of, like, landing the Ebon Hawk on, what the hell was the name of that planet? End of Knights of the Old Republic 2. Sort of just like crash land and abandon.
This isn't how we planned this mission, but this is where we're at. We can't worry about whether the Normandy can get us home. We came to stop the collectors, and that means coming up with a plan to take out this station. Edie, bring up your scans.
You should be able to overload their critical systems if you get to the main control center here.
That means going through the heart of the station, right past this massive energy signature.
That's the central chamber. If our crew or any of the colonists are still alive, the collectors are probably holding them in there.
Looks like there are two main routes. Might be a good idea to split up to keep the collectors off balance, then regroup in the central chamber.
No good. Both routes are blocked. See these doors? The only way past is to get someone to open them from the other side.
Let's blow open the doors.
It's not a fortress. There's got to be something. Here, maybe we can send someone in through this ventilation shaft.
Practically a suicide mission. I volunteer.
I appreciate the thought, Jacob, but you couldn't shut down the security systems in time. We need to send a tech expert.
It's your call, Commander. Who do we send into the shaft?
It's like you want to die. Okay, so specialist for this section. I think our best choices are going to be Tali or Legion. Though I think Kasumi could do it too. Master Thief Unmatched Infiltration Specialist. You'd think that she'd be able to do it. I'm pretty sure she can, but I almost feel like I want to choose her, though, because what else is she here for? Certainly not her combat abilities. I remember somebody saying, well, Jacob volunteered. I'm pretty sure he like immediately dies if you toss him into the ventilation shaft, so probably not a good idea if you want to try and keep him for the next game. I'm going to go with Kasumi, though. I think usually I pick Legion, but even Legion, he seems to have a rough time of it, and you'd think he wouldn't. I seem to remember him complaining about something. Tali, I think I want to have in the main party, so I don't necessarily want to put her in that situation, but, you know. So we're going to give Kasumi a try. Hopefully there's no statistic, RNG in this. I don't think there is, but...
Kasumi, you've got the tech skills to do this.
I won't let you down.
The rest of us will break into 2 teams and fight down each passage. That should draw the Collector's attention away from what you're doing.
I'll lead the second fire team, Shepard. We'll meet up with you on the other side of the doors.
Not so fast, cheerleader. Nobody wants to take orders from you.
This isn't a popularity contest. Lives are at stake. Shepard, you need someone who can command loyalty through experience.
Yeah, but Jack doesn't like you. So the lead for the alternate squad, I know Garrus can be an option, but he needs to be completely loyal, which he is. I think if you choose Miranda, there's no issues whatsoever. I think maybe Jacob, now that I think about it. Jacob can lead, but he also needs to be loyal, which he is. So these 3 right here, I think anybody else, like the whole team dies or something. It's not a good outcome. Garrus is another one where I think I want to have him for the party, but I think we can regroup at the end of it. I don't know. However, just to be safe, I suppose I'll pick Miranda. I have no clue who I picked last time I streamed this, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. But I think if you choose Miranda, there's 0 issues. So even if Jack is a little bit whiny.
Miranda's right. She should be in charge.
I won't let you down, Shepard.
Once we're in, they're gonna throw everything they have at us. If we're weak, if we're slow, if we hesitate, we'll die. We don't know how many the Collectors have stolen. Thousands, hundreds of thousands. It's not important. What matters is this. Not one more. That's what we can do here today. It ends with us. They want to know what we're made of? I say we show them on our terms. Let's bring our people home.
I think that was probably the Paragon option. Oops. Oh well. Okay, so we've got people that are on the team. Let's see, who do I want to bring with me in this opening section? Eventually there's going to be more options for other crew members to do certain specific tasks. So I don't think you necessarily need to keep them free for that. I'm pretty sure if once the time comes, even if they're in the party, you don't have to, it's not like they're not going to be available to be selected, so I don't know. But I think maybe I'm just going to stick with this party. We'll go old school. We'll have Tali and Garrus. And then, just in case there's any hiccups, at least we'll have options for some of the other specialists that are going to be needed. So, let's see what we can do. Anybody have anything that can be upgraded? It's at level 25. Actually got a little bit to go. Unless there's a cap on party members. I almost feel like just popping another point into one of these other abilities, but I guess I'll save it and we'll see if we can actually top off some of the other stuff. Matic, what do you got? I guess it's fine. The Viper and the Incisor. I think the Viper is probably better. Ooh, whoops. Actually wanted to switch out my heavy weapon, but oh well. The grenade launcher is fine. It's a little basic, but typically gets the job done. Okay. Anything to pick up around here? Oh, good. Okay.
I'm inside the ventilation shaft, Shep. It's hot in here, but it's clear.
Second team, are you in position?
In position. Meet you on the other side of those doors.
The thing that would be good about Legion or Tali going in is they probably wouldn't feel the effects of the heat as much. So, assume he's going to get cooked, but, you know. It was a full-on headshot, son.
Watch out! Reinforcements coming in.
Concussive shot ready.
Oops. We all good? Let's probably want that attached.
Something's blocking the pipe. Gotta find a...
I got it.
There it goes. Heading through the gate now.
Go get him, Justicar. Good girl.
Attacking target.
Direct this personally.
Quiet, you.
Right. Damn it, I'm blocked again. There's gotta be another valve.
Look,
Yep, I see it. No, why'd you get out of cover? Stop. Sorry, Kasumi, it sounds like you're struggling in there.
All clear, moving on.
Well, you moved that quick.
I knew I could count on you, Shep. I'll let you know if I need any more help.
can't stay down.
Considering that it says 4 out of 8 valves, probably. Oops.
They're all mine.
Attacking target. Firing a high impact shot. Scoped and dropped.
Glad you're having fun, Garrus.
Understood.
Oh wait, I don't think I can get there from here.
Shep, it's getting hot in here.
Sorry. Give me a sec.
Come on, Shepard, I'm getting cooked alive.
Firing a high impact shot.
Face your annihilation.
My shields are down.
That's not a cover spot.
I'll take them.
It's fragile.
Looks like another one of those things in the way. Gotta help me out again, Shep. Nice work, Shep. Continuing down the tube.
One down.
Waiting on you again, Shep. Don't leave me hanging here. Moving on. Should be near the end now.
Assuming direct control. I know you feel this.
Stay down.
X will tear you apart.
I don't even know that I see this one, unless it's that over there.
Target acquired.
Hostile engaged.
Ah, shit.
I will direct this
I'll take them.
personally.
I'm on it. Scratch one.
Come on, Shepard, I'm getting
Yep. Trying. Oh, it is that good.
Come in! Look out! Seeker swarms! We're in position. We need this door open now. Go! We'll cover you!
Something's wrong! I can't get the door open! Got it!
Here they come! Fall back! Suppressing fire. Hold the door.
Good job, Kasumi. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Shepard, you need to see this.
Okay, so far so good.
Looks like one of the missing colonists.
There's more. Over here.
God. She's still alive!
Get them out of there! Hurry!
Wait, who's Lilith? Why does she have a name? Careful, I don't have chest bursters. Hopefully not. Ah, Chakwas.
Dr. Chakwas, are you okay? Shepard, you came for us.
Yeah.
This isn't a rescue mission. We're here to stop the Collectors. Nothing else matters.
It matters to me. If you'd gotten here a few seconds later, I don't even want to think about it.
The colonists were processed. Those swarms of little robots, they melted their bodies into grey liquid and pumped it through these tubes.
Why are they doing this? What are they doing with our genetic material?
I don't know. I'm just glad you got here before it happened to us.
So are we. But we still have a job to do. We've done well so far. Let's hope we can finish the job.
Joker, can you get a fix on our position?
Roger that, Commander. All those tubes lead into the main control room right above you. The route is blocked by a security door, but there's another chamber that runs parallel to the one you're in.
I cannot recommend that. Thermal emissions suggest the chamber is overrun with seeker swarms. Morden's countermeasure cannot protect you against so many at once.
Damn.
Conventional weapons are pretty much useless. They'll tear us apart.
Maybe not. I might be able to generate a biotic field to keep them at bay. I won't be able to protect all of us, but I could get a small team through if they stay close.
I could do it too. In theory, any biotic could handle it. Shepard, who do you want to maintain the field?
You don't want Miranda to do it, that's for sure. I feel like, okay, so I think the strongest biotics, oh god, Jacob, are going to be Samara and Jack. I feel like every time I use Jack, though, it always fails, even if she's loyal. So I don't know if there's another factor. Like I said, if there's like some sort of RNG thing that happens, or I don't know, maybe if you choose Miranda as the second team lead or something, that sort of factors into it. I've got no clue. But I know that I picked Jack on a couple. Well, I know loyalty matters. Every team member has to be loyal in order to actually survive and prevent the death of other crew members. But you've been watching the stream, have you not? You saw that we did the loyalty mission. I've played this game before. I've done her loyalty mission. I've chosen Jack to do the biotic shield, and it failed. So I don't think I want to use Jack just because of bad past experiences. I remember having Samara fail the biotic shield once, but that might have been due to something else. I don't know. Maybe I didn't do her loyalty mission or something. I don't recall. I played this game several times, but I don't remember all the factors that went into it. I just know that I did Jack's loyalty mission, and it didn't work one time. So I'm going to try Samara.
Take a small team through the Seeker swarms. The rest of you provide a diversion by going through the main passage. We'll open the security doors from the other side and meet you there.
Who should lead the diversion team?
Okay, so this, I don't even know if it matters. I think it's leader for an alternate squad. I think we could just choose Miranda again, and there shouldn't be an issue with that. Opportunity to use Garrus or something. Possibly Jacob. But the more I think about Jacob going into some sort of leadership position, the more I think it's not going to work out, so. Maybe I'll just have Miranda do it again.
I'll keep the defenders busy while you slip in the back.
What about me and the rest of the crew, Shepard? We're in no shape to fight.
Commander, we have enough systems back online to do a pickup, but we need to land back from your position.
We can't afford to go back, Shepard. Not now.
You'll never make it without help. I'll send someone with you.
So this is the kind of screwy part. Me, like a lot of people, and me included, you always think, okay, you want the crew to survive. You're only sending one back, so it's got to be someone tough. But it's actually best if you choose somebody that isn't all that great. This is a prime spot to use Morden, because I think regardless of who you pick, nobody on the escape crew dies, and the one that's leading the group always survives too. So and Morden has he's very susceptible to death in this part of the game. So I think I'll probably do Morden. I think other decent choices, if you didn't want to use Tali in your party, I'd probably use her, because I think she dies relatively quickly. I think Kasumi is kind of in that group. Possibly Thane. You wouldn't think so, but, you know. I guess the more sneaky people have problems living under heavy fire. But anyway, I think we'll choose Morden.
Joker, need location of landing zone. We'll meet you there.
We've all got our assignments. Let's move out.
So, hopefully this doesn't get messed up. Let's see. I know at the end of it too, depending on who you take, there's some people that can really help the secondary group out, and if you end up taking them, then you screw up their chances. I remember reading about this. I think your top members of the crew are going to be Zaid, Garrus, and Grunt. I think those are the top three. So I think I'd be safe if I took Garrus, because I always take Garrus. He's my bro. So he always ends up coming with me, and I don't think I've ever had a problem inherently direct in line with him being in the party. So I think if I take him, we're safe. But who knows? We'll see. Let's see what this is like. Whatever happens, it's not like I'm gonna reload anything. We're just gonna go with it. That being said, if something doesn't work out here, I might go back to an old save before starting up 3 just to see if there's anything I can correct, but Okay, I think I do want to change out the grenade launcher. I was actually thinking of doing the missile launcher just because it has a little bit more range, but I think we get less ammunition with that. But I do have the additional stocks, so maybe it'll help us out. I don't know. All this other crap you don't really want to use in this instance, I don't think. Even the collector particle beam, which I love, I remember like always regretting using it. I always wanted something with a little bit more heavy impact. So yeah, and like all the specialty stuff that does like freezing and electricity and flamethrowers, I don't think any of those are all worth it in this instance. But I do want something with a little bit of reach, so I think we're going to go with the missile launcher. Other than that, I think everything that I've had in my loadout is fine. The cane? This thing? Big boom, but it's so... alright, well, we'll give it a try. Oh, I gotta hit back, right.
Moving out. Try to stay close, Commander.
Alright, that goes for everybody else. I seem to remember last time I was streaming this, somebody was just like walking outside of the shield, but nothing really happened.
Damn. The swarms are interfering with radio contact. You ready for this?
Oh, we're going down there. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Let's go, Commander.
I have to direct her.
Incoming.
Assuming
You've been spotted.
Alright, I'm gonna go outside the bubble.
I can't fight back from this position. Tell me when you're ready to move.
My plan.
Oh, that took off my bullet effects. I don't know where I'm getting shot from. Oh, down there.
Firing eye impact shot.
Assuming control of this form, you cannot resist. They are vermin.
Okay.
Direct intervention is necessary. Your form is fragile.
They're all yours, Justicar.
Hostile engaged.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up, ready to move, Commander.
We're good.
Nice shot.
Share with the class what's going on. I want to know who's the good marksman here.
Hostiles, dead ahead.
Kind of fell off there for a second.
Hostile fire. Taking cover. Let me know when you're ready to move.
Your form is fragile.
Nothing faster than
Hostile engaged.
God damn it. Hate it when he does that shit.
Our power is unmatched. I know you feel this.
Your annihilation.
Oops, I didn't actually want you to switch gears. Sorry.
Attacking target.
Assuming direct control. I will direct this personally. You cannot resist. We are your genetic destiny.
This should slow him down.
Can do.
We are Harbinger.
And stay down.
Go get him, Justicar. Good girl.
Maybe you should switch weapons.
Is true power.
Are we now ready? Is there another one?
I will direct this personally.
Concussive shot.
This should soften him up.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up, Commander. Let's go.
Seems like I got enough ammunition. Looks like I'm running out on a couple things. Oh, damn. Hopefully somebody drops something up here. Oh, yeah.
Could be a real firefight. I'll hold this position until you're ready to move out.
Yeah, it's looking pretty real. Get one of these things. I hate these things. Shit.
You got it.
This thing takes a while to charge, huh?
This should soften them up. Can do. Right.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up. Moving up, Commander.
Now let's finish you off.
Like popping off a shot just so I can get a feel for how long this damn thing takes. But I guess now's not necessarily the time to be experimenting.
Deploying combat mode. Yeah.
I will hold on as long
Nope.
as I can.
She's getting weary. I don't think we got that much further to go.
I can see the entrance. Need to get there soon.
Maybe I can carry you.
Hold on. We're almost there.
We need to get out of here, Shepard.
All right, let's move. Pushing. Keep it up.
Hurry, Shepard.
Good job. Okay, well, I think everything worked out fine with that.
Do you copy? I copy. What's your position?
We're at the door. They've got us pinned down.
We're coming. Just hold on. Get this door open. Come on. Seal the door.
Everybody hanging in there.
I'm ready for action, Commander.
Joker, are you at the rendezvous point?
I'm here, Commander. Chakwas and the rest of the crew just showed up.
Morton's group just arrived, Shepard. No casualties.
Excellent. Now let's make it count. Edie, what's our next step?
There should be some nearby platforms that will take you to the main control console. From there, you can overload the system and destroy the base.
Commander, you got a problem. Hostiles massing just outside the door. Won't be long till they bust through.
Okay.
A rear guard could defend this position and keep the collectors from overwhelming us.
Pick a team to go with you, Shepard. Everyone else can bunker down here and cover your back.
Alright. So this is what I was talking about before. Depending on who's on the remaining team, depends on how many people die, I think. Like I said, I think Garrus is considered one of the top tier members of the group, but I've always brought him along on the final mission, and I've never had a problem. I know we're trying to do things differently here, but I can't not bring Garrus along on the final battle. Come on. So we're going to have Garrus in the party. I'm probably just going to pick Tali. Yeah. That's probably what I went with last time, I have to be honest. But, yeah, I think if you pick 2 heavy hitters to come with you, like I said, I think it counts as Grunt and Zaid. But if they end up coming with you, then that could mean the loss of some other party members, even if everybody's loyal. Maybe. I don't remember the specifics. It's sort of a finicky system from what I remember, but I'm going to go with this party. We'll see what happens. So far, we haven't run into any issues, so... haven't had a chance to pop off a shot with a cane. I guess hopefully we'll be able to get it in there, but it seems like it takes a while to do that, so we'll just stick with the same loadout.
I'm ready, Commander.
So am I.
Anything to say before we do this?
The collectors blindside their targets. Hit and run. As powerful as they are, they're cowards. They've never had to stand and fight the best of us.
You remember who you chose back when it first came out? It's been a little while then.
I don't know if they can feel fear, but we're damn sure gonna give them the opportunity. Hit them hard. One way or another, it ends here.
We'll do our best. Good luck, Shepard.
Like I said, last time I played this was the last time I streamed it, so it's been about like 5 years or so. But it's recorded. I guess if I really wanted to find out, I could go back and look at those recordings. But I always bring Garrus along, so it would have been him and somebody else. Probably was Tali, but I guess I'm not too sure. Gotta stick with the old crew members, though. Chance to inhabit somebody.
There we go.
Go for the optics, Justicar. Go for the optics.
You cannot resist the vermin.
Right.
My pleasure.
Direct intervention is necessary.
That's what I was trying to prevent.
Firing a high impact shot. Hostile engaged.
Inferno ammo is almost as good as the explosive ammo in one.
Incoming.
I don't even remember that being the case.
Watch for heavy fire. Go get On it.
Firing a high impact shot.
The dead are useless.
Guess I can't jump over that one. Let's get in nice and close.
Got the target. Taking fire.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell happened? I guess a direct hit from that thing. Fish and mailed. Yeah, big boom, but I was part of that big boom. I don't think I like the cane. I think I regret going with what you told me to use. Not inherently your fault, but it's your fault.
Target acquired.
If only I could charge it while still undercover.
Can do.
Assuming control.
Nothing faster than
Stay
the
down.
speed of a
Understood.
You are vermin.
Felt that one.
Right.
Attacking. Target. Hostiles incoming.
Assuming control of this form.
This should slow him down. Attacking target.
I know you feel this. We fight as one. This hurts you.
Understood.
This is true power.
I'll take that.
Okay. Try it again.
Get ready to fight.
Alright, that, that didn't work.
Go get him. Good girl.
The cane probably works a little bit better when it comes to bosses that are big.
My play.
Combat mode. Wait.
I'll take the shot.
Oh, Tali, same thing happened to me. As long as it's distracted by that drone.
I'll take the shot.
Can do.
Okay. No ammunition or any health kits. There's a little bit of ammunition. Alright, let's see what we could do.
This is it. All the tubes lead to this spot. Edie, what can you tell us? What are they doing?
The tubes are feeding into some kind of superstructure. It is emitting both organic and non-organic energy signatures. Given these readings, it must be massive. Shepard, if my calculations are correct, the superstructure is a Reaper.
Not just any Reaper. A human Reaper.
Precisely. It appears the collectors have processed tens of thousands of humans.
What do the Collectors gain by turning humans into this Reaper shell?
They may be facilitating the Reaper equivalent of reproduction, or it may serve another purpose. I do not have the data to speculate further. However, it is clear that the Collectors are merely pawns. The technology and ability needed to create this Reaper is not their own. It is likely that different species construct each Reaper. In this case, the Collectors provide the labor.
The Collectors are just Protheans. Why would they help the Reapers?
The Reapers subdued the Protheans long ago. Probabilities suggest they attempted to create a Prothean Reaper and failed. Over time, they adapted the Protheans to suit their needs, changed them, turned them into workers, tools for the Reapers.
They're building it to look like a human. Why?
It appears that a Reaper's shape is based upon the species used to create it.
Reapers are machines. Why do they need humans at all?
Incorrect. Reapers are sapient constructs, a hybrid of organic and inorganic material. The exact construction methods are unclear, but it seems probable that the Reapers absorb the essence of a species, utilizing it in their reproduction process.
How many more humans do you think they'd try to take?
Millions. Perhaps more. Impossible to know for certain. This Reaper appears to be in a very early stage of development. An embryo in human terms.
So it's not alive yet. We can still stop it from being created?
The process can be stopped, but it is unclear exactly how much it has developed. I cannot, for example, tell you if it has awareness.
It's a Terminator and you're in the heart of Skynet, practically. Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't like this. I don't know. I never really had a problem with it, but I've read so many times over that everyone hated that you basically fight a giant Terminator at the end of the game. I always thought it was sort of a fascinating turn that the Reapers basically take this shape of whatever organic material was used to create it. How it would work? Like, would it just be flying around in a giant metallic skeleton in space? I don't know. That part's a little bit silly. Maybe it's a transformer, like Unicron, and it has ship mode. And then it just lands on whatever planet and starts wreaking havoc. But I thought it was an interesting concept at the very least, and I think it looks kind of cool. You liked it? Well, I think you and me are in the minority, or at least the vocal minorities seems to be the ones that don't really appreciate this quite that much. But yeah, I've never really had a problem with it. I'm not. It's like I'm in love with the concept of it or anything, but I don't hate it to the extent that some people do. So
it's too big for our guns. Edie, find me a way to blow this thing to hell.
The large tubes injecting the fluid are a weak structural link. Destroying them should cause the supports to collapse.
Oh damn! You shouldn't have said it out loud.
Give us a minute, Edie. We gotta take care of some old.
Send it in text.
Hostiles incoming!
And they've got it armored. Oops, that ended up going higher than I thought it would.
This should soften them up.
Our power is unmatched.
Concussive shot ready.
If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
Hostile engaged.
Oh,
So I was trying to avoid.
take them.
Concussive shot ready.
Contact north away. Right.
This is true power.
Shoot the tubes!
Oops. Damn.
Watch your left.
My shields are down.
Go and drop!
On it. Nothing faster than picking up
I'm on it.
Shoot the injection tubes.
Oop. It was just about to close, but I think I got it.
Shepard to ground team.
He's up.
Status
Gotta go
report.
down to get up.
It's safe. We are holding, but they keep coming. A quick exit is preferable.
Head to the Normandy. Joker, prep the engines. I'm about to overload this place and blow it sky high.
Roger that, Commander. Commander, I've got an incoming signal from the elusive man. He's patching it through.
Oh. Nice of him to call.
Shepard, you've done the impossible.
I'm not finished here yet. This base is 10 minutes from extinction.
Wait. I have a better option. I'm looking at the schematics Edie uploaded. A timed radiation pulse would kill the remaining collectors, but leave the machinery and technology intact. This is our chance, Shepard. They were building a Reaper. That knowledge, that framework could save us.
Yeah, I've noticed that with a couple times. It's crystal clear that he didn't have distortion over his voice. It's like the same hiccup that we saw with Thane earlier. They didn't put the effect over. I think it might just have been a misstep or misjudgment. I don't know. But I guess it happens.
I came here to destroy it.
Maybe they just got lazy.
Another idea, I'm listening.
We won a single victory, but we're still at war. This base will give us the technology we need to fight the Reapers.
Maybe it's for the best.
Shepard, we fought to stop it. Us using it doesn't make it right.
An alien can't appreciate the risk this represents for humanity. Leadership means making sacrifices. You know that.
Tali just
better
got
than anyone,
told.
Shepard.
Okay, so anyone want to refresh my memory as to what happens when you save the collector base? 9 times out of 10, if I've even played this that many times, however you want to equate it, I usually destroy the collector base. But, I destroyed it last time I streamed this too, so I don't really know what happens. I know old Tim, he gets, he's quite chaffed with the prospect of having the collector base, but I don't know that it even does much of anything. The one time I saved the collector base was the first time I played this. And that save was not the save that I used to complete Mass Effect 3, so I don't even know if it had any great bearing on it. It's just basically, it's one of those situations like Samara and Morinth. I saved Samara last time, but it doesn't really add to anything in 3 necessarily, from what I remember, or even in this game, aside from a couple different dialogue options. So renegade points and a war asset in 3. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't really amount to a whole lot, unless the war asset is like really up there. Well, since we're doing renegade primarily, I guess we'll go ahead and keep it.
A threat this big, rules go out the window. If this station can help stop the Reapers, we have to use it.
You're making the right choice.
Saving anyone becomes a war asset somehow or some way.
Let's move. In 10 minutes, the reactor core will fire a radiation blast that kills anything on board.
Oh my god, it's back. Who could have foreseen this event? Oh god. Okay, I don't know that using this is the best. Actually, well, let's see. Recoil's a little bit... eh. Basically that. It's a little bit eh. There he is. Bunch of fools getting a cover. Garrus, don't do anything stupid.
On my way. I'm going.
I don't think it's gonna work this time. Oh, shoot. I didn't even know that there were just like regular ass collectors piling up down there. Okay, I guess I'm not getting up there. Never mind. Ooh. I don't like that spinal tendril. It's a little weird. Okay, recoil's a little bit bad on this, but I think I was doing more damage because I was more effectively hitting it. Maybe.
Enemies on our right.
Oh, shit.
Drone ready.
Man, that's a decent amount of damage.
Concussive shot ready.
You will not stop.
I'll take the shot.
Getting visual whiplash just aiming down this thing. Yeah. Oop.
This should soften them up.
That's it for that.
You're assuming control.
Ollie, maybe you want to back up a little bit.
Firing a high impact shot.
Got it.
Garrus's voice was really high during that, and Tali's was really low.
Combat drone ready. They're all mine.
Coming.
I'm here.
Come back in the cover, please. Just don't get so up close next to me. No. I don't know if I'm gonna survive that. Oh shit. Okay.
Assuming control of this form. Face your annihilation. Your form is fragile.
Taking a while for them shields to recover. There we go.
Got it.
Almost looked like we got saved by the spinning hexagon. Maybe we kind of did.
Do you copy? Commander, come on, Shepard, don't leave me hanging. Do you copy?
I'm here, Joker. Did the ground team make it?
All survivors on board. We're just waiting for you.
Human, you've changed nothing. Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater. That which you know as Reapers are your salvation through destruction.
Way to go, Joker. Taking care of business. I don't know why he's there. I guess Edie's handling the ship. Yeah, and the whole glass bone situation, too.
Detonation in 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, I get the gist of it, Edie. Hold on.
He wanted to get involved? He's the pilot. He is involved. I guess he wanted to hold a gun.
You have failed. We will find another way. Releasing control.
Harbinger wasn't a collector. He was a Reaper all along. Now he's abandoning his pawn. I don't know, I think Harbinger might be taking things a little bit too personally. He's getting mad.
Shepard, it's a new day, and we have you to thank for our deliverance.
We did the right thing. You don't need to try and make me feel good about it.
Always willing to do whatever it takes. Well, it's paid off. Adapting the technology of the collector base could be the biggest advancement for humankind since the discovery of the relays. It will secure our dominance in the galaxy against the Reapers and beyond.
Human dominance, or just Cerberus?
They're one and the same. My mission has always been to promote and secure humanity's continued strength. Don't let idealism blind you. Using the base to its fullest potential is the best way to fulfill ours.
We need to dedicate every possible resource against the Reapers. Nothing can interfere with that. Harbinger is coming, and he won't be alone. You hold anything back, anything, and you're out.
It's not that easy, Shepard. We need each other.
Shut up.
I'm gonna stop the Reapers, but I won't sacrifice the soul of our species to do it. Remember that.
Ah, see? I told you it was chaff. Look at that grin. Yeah, the words shared between Tim and Shepard are a little harsher if you don't end up saving it. Also, his sun in the background turns blue for some reason. I guess it just reflects his mood. But we saved it, so he's strong and burning and full of vim and vigor. It's reflective of Paragon. Well, that doesn't make any sense for him. It's his son. It's not mine. I mean, I guess it makes sense in terms of the gameplay mechanics, but it's just kind of dumb. Nice. We got a blueprint. Here they come. Gonna have to take the long way. Well, there you go. That was the main game for Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Still enjoy this one quite a bit. I think I enjoyed playing through this one more so than I did the original Mass Effect. And not that I'm saying that the original Mass Effect was bad or anything, but this one I feel was, I don't know. I always liked 2 more than 1. And probably am going to like it more than 3. It's been a while since I played 3 though, so we'll see. I'm also going to turn down the volume just a bit. But anyway, it's a good game. I always enjoy playing through it, and I'm glad I was able to do it again. Really nice with the Legendary Edition. I feel like, you know, there wasn't as many changes with this one, if there were any, outside of just like the upgrade to the 4K resolution and HDR, which were nice, but I didn't see as many things in terms of actual gameplay changes as I did compared to 1 original and 1 Legendary Edition. So kind of disappointing. It would have been nice almost if they would have sort of reworked some of the gameplay mechanics a bit. Maybe even incorporated some of Mass Effect 3's combat mechanics into 2, but I don't know. I guess if you want to try and preserve the original feel of the game. But it's like they changed the gameplay mechanics for 1, so I don't see why they couldn't have done it with this one. Maybe give you the option or something like that, but I guess that might be too much work. For the most part, I didn't really see any problems with this one. We had the game crash a couple times and take the computer with it, but I think I was more reliant on my faulty RAM than anything. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to stability, it was fine. 1, we obviously had a lot of weird graphical glitches and some animation stuff that got kind of weird. This one, I think it was mostly just relegated to audio, so not really too much wrong with it. But yeah, I mean, as far as the core game is concerned, not really too many complaints. A lot of people don't like this one as much because it doesn't have as strict of a narrative, I think, is the first one. A lot of times when you see people discuss the Mass Effect games, 3 is always divisive because of the ending, and that just kind of that soured the entirety of the game. And I get it. I could sympathize. Fortunately, when the game came out, I did not play the ending as it originally was, and I waited until they did the whole revamp thing. Not that it even was, it's not like they added additional gameplay or cinematics necessarily, but I don't know, I guess it was more of a fuller experience. And I had the Citadel DLC, which was a lot more satisfying, just as sort of a finale to things. But it's always a debate between 1 and 2 as to which is the best out of the trilogy. I like 2 more. And I don't know, I guess it's mostly just because it's relegated to some of the more character building stuff. And then it kind of gives me more of those vibes that we were talking about. Like when it comes to, obviously there's some huge inspirations from Star Trek The Next Generation or just Star Trek in general. And I feel like we have a little bit more time to explore some of those themes and principles from those grabbed sources than we did in the original Mass Effect. Mass Effect 1 is real clear cut. It's very simple, good versus evil, big galactic threat. And it's not like those elements aren't in 2. There definitely are, but they're sort of pushed more back to the background to the point where sometimes you even forget about the collectors. I feel like as far as the pacing goes, they toss them in enough where it's not like you lose the the core value of what's going on with the game. But I've heard people complain, they're like, I don't even know what Mass Effect 2 is about. It was just like talking to your crew members. I think it's more to it than that. The missions definitely feel more satisfying than anything in 1. I think in the overall grand scheme of things, 1 kind of feels more like a complete journey, whereas this one's, you know, you kind of have to know what's happening to lead into it, and it leads off and it ends off in a cliffhanger. So it doesn't feel quite as complete. It's sort of like what people's opinions were with Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back in the day. You know, people didn't like Empire Strikes Back because it was the one in the middle, despite the fact that most everyone agrees that it's the superior film in the franchise. At the time, people weren't too thrilled about it. It was darker. It was, you know, had less to do with the sort of more simplistic storytelling that was introduced in the first movie, but it's got a lot of good stuff in it, a lot of character building, and despite the fact that it ends on a cliffhanger, I don't know, I feel like it sort of leads a little more interest into the next game or movie, I guess, in that regard. And it's similar with this one, but I can understand that some people might not be too, I don't know, into that quite as much, but I enjoy it. I do think that the smaller stories that kind of build up into sort of this conglomerate of stuff that ends up being the whole of the game, it fascinates me more. I find it more intriguing. I was going to say, is there even much of a variety with the missions? Because it doesn't really seem like it. I mean, we do a couple things in the vehicle-based stuff, like with the Firewalker and Project Overlord. So there's variety in terms of that. Mostly the DLC stuff is how stuff gets varied up. Because you have like the heist with Kasumi, and then the Shadow Broker. You get like the wacky car chases, and then Project Overlord and Firewalker, you get the vehicle segments. And it's like, unfortunately, that's kind of how I first experienced the game. So I think maybe this game wouldn't feel quite as unique and complete if it didn't have that DLC. But considering that it's all in the Legendary Edition, I mean, this is great for anybody that hasn't played the series yet. It's a complete package. And the only thing is, this game is long. It is very, very long. And I think 3 is going to end up being longer. But by and large, I still think 2 is probably my favorite out of the 3. And kind of sad that it's over. But we'll be getting into 3 eventually, and we'll close off our little excursion with our Legendary Edition. Wasn't even necessarily planning to play this and stream it when they first announced it, but God, that pull just to get back into the Mass Effect series once I saw people playing it and talking about it again, just had that strong urge to play through these games, and I'm glad I'm doing it. I don't know that I'm gonna do 3 right off the bat. I'm thinking maybe we'll see about finishing Tomb Raider Last Revelation this week, and Majora's Mask is probably going to get finished off this week, and then I might hit up Tomb Raider Chronicles just straight through, and I might see if I could get that out of the way sooner rather than later, and then maybe after that we could pick up a couple different games. Like I said before in a previous stream, I think I'm kicking around the idea of doing Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, so I might start that up afterward. But I think after I finish off Tomb Raider Chronicles, I'm either going to juggle Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition and Tomb Raider Chronicles, or I'm just going to go straight through Chronicles. And it's going to be a lot shorter than Last Revelation, because that game's not nearly as long as Last Revelation. And then we'll finish that up and then launch Mass Effect 3. But it's not going to be too long. It's just that I'm not going to do it immediately after, I don't think, like I did with going from 1 to 2. So should be an interesting playthrough too, because 3 I've only played all the way through one time. I've made an attempt to play it through a second time after finishing it the one time, but didn't get very far. And then obviously when I first played the game, I didn't play it all the way through because I was waiting for that expanded edition ending, whatever. You stop the collectors from creating a human reaper. You now have 2 choices: continue this game, complete unfinished missions, develop relationships, play download content, and explore the galaxy for anything you missed. Hey, you might want to update that message. There is no DLC in this anymore. Number 2, import Shepard, start a new game with this character at your current level with the current weapons, as well as bonus starting credits and resources. Okay, thank you. Of course, I'm talking about like finishing this game up. We still have Arrival to do. I did save Arrival for last because it is an excellent lead-in into Mass Effect 3. So we're not completely done with this. I am going to be streaming this again sometime this week. I'll probably see about either finishing Tomb Raider Last Revelation next time I stream, or maybe do Majora. I guess it depends on what day it falls on, because I just want to make sure I got enough time for it. But at some point, I think I'm going to try and do the Arrival DLC, which shouldn't be too long. It's a lengthy DLC mission, but I don't think it's going to be much longer than an hour. So we'll see if we can pair it up with something else, and we'll do one last little thing when it comes to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Not completely done yet, but anyway, that's gonna be it now. Let's take a look and see what's going on. All right. But yeah, like I said, I think I'm probably going to do another game next time around. That would be me. And then we'll come back and we'll do the Arrival DLC and maybe do something else after that. Let's see. Who is streaming Mass Effect? Somebody going on named Mischief Prince. I don't know who this is, but they're doing English, so it should be easier to communicate if we decide to do so. But we'll go ahead and raid this guy since he is streaming Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and I'll be taking off, so you guys have a good night, take care, and hopefully see you around next time.